Are you looking for facts about the USA? The United States of America is one of the biggest and wealthiest countries in the world. Here's a list of 25 interesting USA facts that you probably didn't know. To make this even more fun and interesting, I want to challenge you. How many of the facts about the USA do you already know? Share your results in the comments section at the end of this video. You can also read some general information such as highest mountain, biggest cities, largest lake, government, and much more. Number 1. Americans consume 3 billion pizzas in total per year. Pizza might originate from Italy, but the Americans sure do love their pizzas. Reports even claim that the pizzas that Americans eat every day would cover an area of 100 acres. Number 2. American inventions. Throughout history, there has been countless of American inventors who've come up with inventions that have changed the world. Some of the most notable inventions are the transistor, the internet, the light bulb, the airplane, and of course the improved cell phone by Martin Cooper. These are just some of the many inventions that Americans have given the world. Number 3. GPS is controlled and owned by the American government and can be switched off at any time. One of the many interesting facts about the USA, which shows their power and influence over the world. GPS is being used worldwide, but I think few people are aware that it's controlled and owned by the American government. They also have the possibility to shut it down at any time. Number 4. Freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and freedom of press, often referred to as the land of the free, and Americans have the right to express themselves freely in print and speech. Number 5. The current flag of the USA was designed by a 17-year-old. His name was Robert G. Heft, and he did it as a school project. He originally received a B for the project, but he was later awarded an A after the flag was accepted by the Congress. Number 6. NASA exploring space. The United States of America is the only country in the world who has set foot on the moon. NASA is the government organization and they're number 1 in space exploration. Number 7. They have won the most Olympic medals of all times. Americans are great at sports, which gets quite evident when you take a look at their achievements. The US has won the most Olympic medals of all times. In the Winter Olympic Games, Norway has won the most, but combined with the Summer Olympic Games, the US has won the most medals. Number 8. Home to some of the greatest musical artists of all time. The music industry in the US is huge, and globally, the majority of the music we listen to comes from America. There are so many music superstars with origins in the USA. Some of the greatest artists of all time include Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Metallica, Eminem, Beyonce, Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash, Billy Joel, Whitney Houston, Ray Charles, Madonna, Nirvana, Bruno Mars, Guns N' Roses, Bon Jovi, Jimi Hendrix, Bruce Springsteen, Kiss, Marvin Gaye, Tupac, and Frank Sinatra, just to mention a few. The list could go on and on because so many hits have been made by American artists, and you will find all kinds of music from every genre. Number 9. The United States uses 18% of the world's energy. It is said that one American consumes the same resources as 30 Kenyans, and globally, the US uses almost a quarter of the world's energy. Number 10. James and Mary are the most common given names in the United States. If your name is James or Mary, you got the most common male and female names. As for surname, Smith is the most common one. About 1% of the total population has Smith as their last name. Number 11. One of the best passports in the world. Americans can travel the world quite freely and they can pride themselves with the fact that they have one of the world's best passports. The US citizens can travel to 116 countries without a visa requirement and get a visa on arrival in additional 44 countries. Number 12. The USA has the world's biggest economy. China is growing fast, but the US economy is still the world's biggest when measuring GDP. Number 13. The highest number of entrepreneurs in the world. The US is often referred to as the land of dreams or the land of opportunity. The American dream is well known around the world, so it might not be a surprising fact about the USA that the country is home to the highest number of entrepreneurs in the world. Anything is possible in the United States of America. Number 14. Russia and the USA are only 3.8 kilometers apart at the nearest point, in the middle of the Bering Strait between Alaska and Siberia. The US and Russia own one island each, which are divided by the international dateline. These two islands are just 3.8 kilometers apart from each other. Number 15. The US purchased Alaska from Russia for just $7.2 million in 1867 at just 2 cents per acre. The United States of America bought the lands of Alaska from Russia. Thank you. Subscribe this channel for the next part.